First, I've instructed Secretary Kerry to immediately begin discussions with Cuba to reestablish diplomatic relations that have been severed since January of 1961. Going forward, the United States will reestablish an embassy in Havana, and high-ranking officials will visit Cuba.
There you go. Isn't that wonderful? Oh, boy. Joining us now is Alan West, former U.S. Congressman, retired Lieutenant Colonel in the U.S. Army, and author of Guardian of the Republic. Hello, Alan.
Hello, Stephen, and happy Hanukkah to you, and a Merry Christmas as well.
Thank you very much, and the same to you and to yours and everybody involved with your wonderful family. All right, let's get right to it. This announcement today, I mean, it's great that Alan Gross is home, and that's wonderful. Of course, I don't believe with the balance of the trade. And as a reward for taking him hostage for 5 years and then giving him back in return for getting their spies out of our prison, Obama's rewarding them.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. And again, this has the same smell of the Bo Bergdahl 5 senior Taliban trade. But the thing you have to ask yourself, Steve, what has changed in the character or the governance of Cuba that now all of a sudden we want to open up diplomatic relations with a staunch violator of human rights, a communist nation that suppresses, every single freedom and liberty that we believe in. And the only thing that you can, say is that I guess it's okay with President Obama to be chums and pals with these folks. And we know that he was pretty courteous with Raul Castro during Nelson Mandela's funeral. But down here in South Florida, the Little Havana is upset.
Yeah, and I would imagine they would be. In his rationalization, and he used a whole bunch of ridiculous rationalizations. It's 50 years old, the conflict. We deal with China, blah, blah, blah. But to say that Americans on the streets of Havana on vacation will influence the people. It's not the people that need the influencing. First of all, the ones that are in jail, the ones that are being tortured, the ones that are starving, Americans are never going to see. I mean, so his whole premise, he either thinks we're a bunch of morons or there's something wrong with him.
Yeah, you're absolutely right, because what's going to end up happening is whatever revenues that the political elites and the entertainment elites, we know that Jay-Z and Beyonce were down there, whatever money that they bring to Havana, all that will do is to continue to sustain the Castro government. It will not change the behavior. It will not make anything different. The reason why we were able to make the wall come down with the Soviet Union was because of the economic pressure that we put on the Soviet Union that eventually made it collapse. But we haven't done anything but, rewarded this bad behavior. We've given them back 3 spies, and now we're going to tell them that we're willing to sit down and talk with you. It is truly unconscionable.
Maria Conchita Alonso, the actress who was born in Cuba, then raised in Venezuela, she's very outspoken about those countries and those regimes, says that, if you trust a communist, you're probably a communist.
Well, she might have a point there. And like I said, if you are rewarding people and they have not changed their system of governance whatsoever, we can make the arguments about China. China, does have a free market economy. Of course, they're using it for the purposes of upholding their government, absolutely building their military. But nothing has really changed about Cuba. As a matter of fact, Cuba is now the big state sponsor supporting the actions of Venezuela, who we, have just recently put sanctions against for their human rights violations.
Let me ask you what this does, do you believe, to the state of Florida, politically speaking, in 2016? Let's say Jeb Bush is the, forget Jeb Bush. Does this take that whole, Cuban-American community, and they were already Republican, but does this fire them up?
Well, I think it does, and I believe that does become a very prevalent issue. It's not going to be an issue that Jeb Bush can solely run on. He's got some things that he needs to rectify, his position on illegal immigration, his position on Common Core. And we don't need a big government progressive Republican to step up to the plate. We've been there, done that. That was not successful.
Now, Elizabeth Warren, how would you categorize her politically? What is she?
She is a progressive socialist in the Democrat Party. I think that she is a tad more to the left than President Obama. And I believe that is what the Democrat Party wants, because let's be honest, the blue dog Democrat, that conservative Democrat, is a dead breed in this party that calls themselves the Democrat Party today.
So you think that she would get you think she'll get the nomination over Hillary?
I think that when you look at what MoveOn.org and other people of the far left nature are doing, they are more receptive to her. And look, it is early. Hillary Clinton was once the presumptive nominee back in 2008, and we saw what happened then.
Yeah. Alan, all the best to you. Thank you very much for your time as always. We'll speak to you very soon.
Thanks so much, Steve. Have a great one.
Take care. Alan West, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, it's going to be very, very interesting, as I said. And I love that this does have the same smell as the Bo Bergdahl swap. By the way, I got a question. What happened to Bo Bergdahl? Where is he? What did they ever discover? All evidence pointed to the fact that he was a deserter. What's he doing? How's he been punished? Maybe we'll never hear about it. All right, Bill Kristol's next. Folks, don't go away.